Good morning or evening or whatever time you're watching this. How are you? I'm back and I have a very fun video. So you cannot go on TikTok or YouTube without seeing people talking about Temu, and I think that's how you say it. But it's kind of like this Amazon Wish type app website. And I thought I would try to get basically a full face of makeup as well as some other little bits and bobs, but this is the finished look and we're gonna get into some of this and see if it's worth it. I'm covered in swatches, I'm covered in makeup, so let's go ahead and get into this. And I'm going to be putting clips in of me applying all this stuff, and yeah, I'll show you how we got here and what I think. Okay, first of all, I want to say that actually coming from overseas, it actually came fairly quickly. I ordered on February 24th and I got it yesterday, so it took about a week. And two things I picked up were these cute little earrings here. These were called the Red Love Heart earrings, and these were 59 cents. I'll show you a little close up here. And then I also picked up these. So they're just these little gold tassel earrings. I thought these were cute. I did grab a silk, it's actually satin bonnet. Very comfortable. That was 89 cents. I am somebody who gets cold a lot and I picked up some leg warmers, and these were $2. They're very comfortable. They're not tight. So these will be, I wore them yesterday. They're very comfy. These were $2.09. Next, I grabbed some headbands, which you will see me wearing the little cat one. This was $1.30. Well worth it. It's nice. It doesn't feel cheap. It's pretty well made. I will say though, if you have a big head, it might be a little tight because it was snug on me. I'm sure it'll stretch out a little bit, but yeah, just keep that in mind. And then the other one was the little bear headband, and it matches my sweater. So I might keep this on because that's super cute. I believe this one was $1.50 too, but how cute. Such a child. Next, I grabbed some of these pimple patches. If you haven't used the hydrocolloid pimple patches, they're great. I have a couple here. We're gonna try them out on. I have one right there, one right there. These are always great to have around. These were 89 cents. I figured I'd try theirs, and there's not a brand name on these, so we'll just have to try them out and see how it goes. So let's talk about some brushes. Now here I had a couple favorites and I had a couple fails. So I grabbed this little set here. This was $3.19, so I mean, I wasn't expecting much. They're very soft. I did like this one for powder. A couple of the flat brushes, they're fine, but they're just kind of janky and cheap, and I wasn't impressed with these at all. So I would have to say skip these. There's better brushes out there, and if you guys would like a video on some inexpensive brushes that I do recommend, let me know. Now this is definitely kind of gimmicky, but it looked cute, so I thought I would try it. And it's this little like sponge tip concealer brush applicator, whatever. I did try it for concealer. I don't like it for that. But what I do think it would be good for is tapping out, like spot concealing. I think that would work really well. But it is soft. It doesn't feel like the actual material it's made out of doesn't feel cheap. It feels like a, you know, like beauty blender. I don't know. I didn't love it, and it may have just been the product I was using too. So a couple that I do recommend and I did enjoy was, first of all, this foundation brush. I'll show it to you here. This was $4.19. It is, the others felt plastic. This feels like it's wood and metal. If you like a flat foundation brush, this is actually great. Really enjoyed it. It's got a nice weight to it. It feels like a professional brush that, you know, I would use on a client. It's very, very nice. It feels like maybe a mix. I'll have to look it up, but it's a 820. And yeah, this was great. Did a great job. You'll see me using it, applying the foundation, and it did an awesome job. Other two I picked up were concealer brushes, and I picked up two of the same kind of shape. First one was this angled brush. This one feels more plasticky. It did a really good job. It's very soft, but I felt this other one was a better quality. This was $129. This one was just a little bit more. It was $152. And this one I felt did a fantastic job. This would be the one that I would recommend, but it's got this angled, you know, it's your typical new concealer brush shape that a lot of companies are putting out. But this did an amazing job. It's dense, but not too dense. It was really, really nice. And I really enjoyed this one. And then I didn't realize that I bought two of these, but I'm actually glad I did, because I really, really, really like these. This is a face contour makeup brush, it's called. And I picked up two. Let me show you the shape. So again, it's kind of this angled brush. These feel really nice. Again, good weight. I feel like this is actually metal. This feels like it's actually wood. And this is so nice and soft. I feel like it's dual fiber. It looks like there may be some natural hair and some synthetic. So if that's a problem for you, just something to note. But it's the perfect shape for contour. Even blush would be great with these. And I'm actually glad I mistakenly picked up two, because I really, really like these. So these were $1. Yeah, these were only $1.79. So these are a definite. Then I also grabbed puffs, and these are a little different. These actually are like a beauty blender material, but I grabbed 3 of these. And again, you'll see me using these tools that I got. I got 3 of these, and there are different shapes, and I wish I had gotten this triangle shape. I'll show you right here, but I actually wound up with the square ones. These are awesome. I really like these. I applied some foundation on one side with this, and then I also used it for powder. And if you're somebody who likes to apply your powder with a beauty blender, these are great. I'm actually going to pick some more of these up in the other shapes. I feel like they do soak up a little bit of the product, but no more than a beauty blender. And I do feel like you could wet those if you wanted to. Actually, I've got a clean one here. Let me try it and see. Okay, so I wet this one. It does puff up a little bit. And actually, for kind of blending things in, this works. I'm definitely getting some more of these. Moving on to brows. I don't know why I picked up 3, but I picked up 3, and I can definitely tell you which one to get. Okay, so this one was 78 cents, and it looks like a good one, but I don't typically use the bigger ends like that. It's one of those triangle shaped, like many of the brow pencils out there. You know, if you have thick brows, this would be great. I did like try to use it just to see what the formula was like, and the formula is good. It's just a little too big for me, but this was a good one. Actually, they're all 3 pretty good. Next, I grabbed this one. I cannot say most of these names, so I'm just gonna put it in the description. But this one I liked. It is just your typical brow pencil. It's got the spoolie on one end and kind of a fine kind of just a fine tip on the other side. I did use this. I really like the formula. It's, you know, creamy, not too creamy. I'll let you know how both of these wear. But my favorite one, oh, and that one was 78 cents. Now the one I really liked was a little bit more. It was $2.89, but it's this one right here. And I had a Stila brow pencil like this before, and I loved it. So, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a very thin, flat pencil on it. And then the other end I really like too because it's very tiny and it's dense, so it really gets into your brows. This was awesome. I loved this. The formula is great, and I'll show me putting this on. This I'm going to be using all the time. I love this. So this was a definite yes. So next was something I was very excited about, and I was a little bummed because when it came, the mirror was broken. But they did credit me back the money for this. I don't have to return it or anything, so I'd say for customer service, it was awesome. But when I saw this, I knew it was a dupe, and I wanted to kind of check it out. This was $6.98, and I guess you would pronounce it Temu, but it's their glam palette, and you guys can tell me what it's a dupe for. But it's small, obviously. But I did try this out, and I am going to put a video in here real quick of me putting this look together. I was actually pretty shocked at how well it performed because it didn't swatch that well. When it swatched, it was kind of powdery, didn't really show up. But on an eye base, it performed great. So the mirror did come broken. Again, they did credit me, and I do want to try some more of this brand, but look at how pretty this is. And I would say the shimmers are, there's a couple formulas in here. Some are like more of a satin and some are a little more sparkly, but they remind me of the Lorac shimmers where, you know, they're pretty, but they're not metallic. But if you're looking for just an everyday something for work that's not too out there, this is perfect. It performed so well. I was really, really surprised. I thought maybe it might blend away because of how it swatched, but it didn't. I used the Gerard Clean Canvas Eye Base, and it performed so well. So I definitely want to pick up some more from this brand and see if we can get another dupe. I have the Zendo palette, so I'd like to see if maybe they've got a dupe for that and see if that's something that's comparable, because I always like to find things that, you know, are more budget friendly. So yeah, highly recommend this. Okay, next up is an eyeliner. This was 71 cents. This Suke, maybe? But it says smooth, fast drying. I will show you. It is a felt tip, but it is very, very black. It doesn't bleed, and it does dry very, very fast. The tip is tiny, as you can see. It's very fine tip. It's got like just the right amount of give, but it's not too floppy. You can get a very thin line. This was great. I enjoyed using it. Now, something I meant to use and I didn't, so I'll have to let you know in the comments. But did you go? I can't believe I forgot to use it. Okay. So I did pick up this lash glue liner, and I'm really bummed. I really, really wanted to try this. I will try it in my next video and let you know how it goes, but this was $1.07. Again, a very, very tiny line. It's right there. It's very black. Also, it feels very, very sticky, so it feels like it's gonna work, but we're gonna try this in another video because I forgot. But it's so cute. This is great for the purse, for if you know, if something, your lash comes up or you know, your other glue fails you, this is so cute to have in your bag. So I'm anxious to see if this works. Next, I did pick up some lashes. The pair I have on right now, these are so, so pretty. If you have hooded eyes and you need some wispy lashes, these are gorgeous. These were, I think, these were $3.18. And look how beautiful these are. Today I actually cut from the inside corner because my inner corner was a little bright, so I wanted some more lash right there. But they turned out so cute. I really, really like these. I'll definitely be getting more of these. And then I did pick up for another video some individual lashes, and these were $2.89. They come in a really cute box, just very spiky. These would be adorable as like outer corner lashes, so I definitely want to try these. So these two things will be in the next video. Okay, let's talk about foundation and concealer. So because of the website it is, the shade range is not fantastic in the ones I was looking at, but I grabbed, it's the Miss Young Full Cover Matte Long Lasting Liquid Matte Foundation. I really, really like the component on this. I like this squeezy tube, very cute. I felt like the undertone was a little too peachy pink for me, but I made it work. It says full cover. I don't think it's full coverage. I would say it's medium. It is buildable. It is thin. It's like almost like a serum foundation, but this is me putting it on. I used the brush on one side. I used the sponge on the other, and with this I did prefer to apply it with the brush and then kind of tap over it with the sponge. Now how it wears, I don't know. We're gonna try that today. I will let you know in the comments how it wore, but I really did like the finish. I didn't think it was too matte. It's not settling into lines, it's not clinging to anything weird, so I do have hopes for this. If the shade was a little different, but overall not bad. So up next we have a concealer. I have lost everything. Where did you go? Oh, here we go. Okay, 020 High Coverage Long Lasting Concealer. I have the shade HC01. I believe this was the lightest shade. It says our iconic imperceptible high coverage technology in a concealer. Coated pigments immediately conform and set to skin, diminish dark circles, fine lines, and imperfections. The smoothing hydrating cream liquid instantly captures and diffuses light so that skin appears bright, flawless, and fresh all day. This, I feel like, is it feels very high-end. Let me see what I paid for this one. It was $2.88. This feels like a much more expensive concealer. If I had to compare it to something, it's not thick. This has that soft kind of whipped almost, very creamy texture. I would say it's high medium coverage. This was a little yellow, but I didn't mind it, and it's looking okay right now. I might try it with a different foundation, but so far this is actually pretty good. You guys can let me know how you think it looks, but it's not settling. It's doesn't seem to be creasing much, and yeah, I am actually really excited to keep trying this because it feels a lot more luxe than it is. I don't know anything about this brand, but the component feels nice and weighty. It's beautiful packaging. You know, it's got this frosted bottle. It's your standard kind of big doe foot, almost like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. So if you like that, you'll probably like this. Next up was some powder, and this was from July Star. This is their loose face powder, and it's kind of in this pinky shade. I thought maybe it, you know, I'm always trying to find dupes. It might be a dupe for the Huda pink. It's always out of stock, but this powder really impressed me. It's actually, as you'll see, it looks great under the eyes, but it also has a little bit of coverage, which is nice. Not a ton, but it's very finely milled. You know how when powder is like really finely milled, it like kind of sticks together. It's got the same consistency as the one size powder, to where it kind of sticks to itself. It's so finely milled. So that's how this was, and I did use it with the puff, and I really, really like this. I felt it looked great over my pores, texture, that type of thing. This impressed me, and this was $3.41. I did get the shade pink, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep using this. Now, some blush slash highlighter. This was what I was most excited about. So the first one I got, this was like I thought it was gonna be more blushy, but it is actually a blush topper highlighter. I got Hanzu, I think it's pronounced, but this was $1.07. And it's this really pretty, what I thought was going to be more bright, but it is actually a highlighter. There's not, even though it looks pink, there's not a ton of pink pigment in it. But this was so cute. It's kind of squishy. I'll show you here. It's like a Super Shock, but it's just this really pretty pink blushy highlighter topper. I didn't use this today because I was very excited about the next thing, and that is these amazing blush highlighters from, it looks like CDE. So these blushes were $3.05, and when I tell you, these are so freaking beautiful. I'm gonna swatch them here. I'm so impressed by these. These are definitely more highlighty. These are definitely more blush toppers. Today I just used it as a blush, and it's not a ton of color, but it is a nice blush. So I got a pinky shade and an orange shade. I got 01 and 02. These feel way more high-end than they are. The compact is nice. The mirror is kind of heavy, and I mean, the embossing is stunning. I need somebody else to get these and let me know what you think, because I am so impressed with these. Now I want these in every color, but they look beautiful. I do have highlighter on, obviously, but on their own they have a ton of shine. You do not need another highlighter if you're wearing these. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about these. Next, I saw this and I said, they're trying to dupe Ms. Tilbury. But this is the Beauty Glazed. It says pressed highlighter and contour. Don't know about contour. But they are definitely trying to dupe the Pillow Talk highlighters. Gorgeous. Stunning. 10 out of 10. It's very, very smooth, did not enhance any texture. This was $5.98, and I feel like this was totally worth it. I'm gonna swatch it out. Obviously, I am wearing these two, the top one, which is Flash Art and Rosy Glow. They're so pretty. I mean, it's just, they look wet. They're gorgeous. They're a little powdery, but if you buff them in, they're gorgeous. And I was very, very impressed by this one as well. Next up, we have a contour stick. So it's got a like highlighter concealer type thing on one end, but I got it mainly for the contour stick on the other side. This is a beautiful kind of one and done shade. It's like, obviously you can see it's cooler, but it's also just a beautiful bronzy color too. Like, I feel like I don't necessarily need to contour with this, but it was super creamy, very pigmented, but very blendable. This was kind of a shocker. This was by the brand Pink Flash. I think this was the lightest one, but this one, again, impressed me. I will definitely be reaching for this. So next up were these lip liners. These are Me Now True Lips lip liner. You get 12 liners in this box. These were $3.77. Showing you the swatches here. These also shocked me. They were very smooth, creamy. I don't know what the lasting power is like. I'll let you know. But beautiful color range in this. They it didn't skip. Yeah, I am really excited to keep trying these. For $3.77, you get 12. There's some brighter colors in here that I really don't have. I'm excited to keep trying this. Now the next thing I got, I was very excited because it was so pretty. This component is just gorgeous. And this is a gloss. Again, I'll put the name here. It says it's a gloss. I feel like this is more of that, like, it feels like more of a lip stain. There's not much substance to it. It does give color, which, again, it's more of a stain. It's not really a gloss. This was not what I was expecting, and I was a little disappointed with this. I won't be getting another one of these. I want to try something else, but this was $1.79, so, you know, no love lost, but I don't think I'll be purchasing any more of these. So that is all the makeup products I purchased. Again, if I had to recommend anything, grab those blushes, grab a couple of the brushes that I recommended. Gorgeous. I'm going to keep trying it. I'm going to put an update again of how it wore down in the comments. Now, a couple other things I did pick up I wanted to mention. I picked up this little crop tank top. It was $2.89. Very cute. I picked up a medium. Which is what I normally wear. Fits well. It's a little see-through, but it's just a little tank, and it was $2.50, so $2.59. So, you know, I got it basically to sleep in or just wear under a sweater or something. Now, I did pick up these pants, which I was excited about, and while they are comfortable, they were $4.79, and they are $4 pants. Let's just say that. Kind of feels like that fabric that all the costumes at like the Halloween store are made of. They're very, very cheap. I do not recommend these. And then for $3.49, I picked up some pillow slides just to wear around the house. These were cute. They're cheap, you know, but for $3.50, they're great. They're comfortable. They don't give me any blisters or anything like that. So I do recommend those. Again, I did pick up a bonnet for 89 cents, I think. I would say it's not the highest quality, but it wasn't super tight, but it did stay on. But yeah, everything else was great. I think this is cool. You know, if you're somebody on a budget that wants to try some, you know, Korean, Japanese, Chinese makeup, they make some beautiful things. And it's nice to kind of step out of the box and try some of that stuff. I think sometimes there's an expectation that because it's inexpensive that it's not good. And there were definitely a few products in here that proved to me that there's definitely some quality stuff on here, and there's some crap too, but you know, it's worth it. Do you hear the dogs? They're tippy tapping. I think some of it's definitely worth giving a go. So if you like this, let me know. Let me know if you'd like to see another one. This was fun, and I actually like the look that I turned out for this. Again, I'll update you in the comments and let you know how everything wore. Alright, y'all, as always, please like, subscribe if you're not already, and it helps me out a lot. Our little family is growing, and I'm so excited. I will be back very, very soon with another video. Next up, I think we have some drugstore. I do still have the Odin's Eye, if you guys want to see that. I don't know, sometimes it's, you know, if the moment has passed, people don't want to see it, but if you do, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next time, and thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. Love you, bye.